Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, if you can recall in our last episode, here it is here. If you watched it, or not many did watch it, only 348 people watched this video. Just calm down. Anyway, it says one mistake is all it takes in BBL Supercoach. Well, sometimes one act of or luck of fortune changes everything. Everything has changed. Let me show you something. Now, what you're seeing here is a screenshot of my last episode. Now, in this video, I had explained that if Fanning doesn't play, I'm going to bring in Evans. Well, Fanning didn't play, so I brought in Evans. Just calm it down. He went nuts. Now, but the big one here is the VC. Now, I moved the VC to short, all right, but I was never going to VC short. I was always going to VC Overton. The idea was to trick my opponent, who I'm playing against in one of my leagues. I wanted him to have false information that I was going to VC short so he can follow me, okay? But instead, I was going to change it to Overton just before the game started. Well, unfortunately, just before the game started, my mum fell down, okay? It's a true story. And we had to call an ambulance, and we sent her to hospital. And don't worry, she's all okay now. She's very good. She's runs and walks faster than what I do now, so everything is good. However, due to this misfortune, I missed the start of the game, all right? So Short ended up being the vice-captain. And when I came back and I saw Short was vice-captain, I was actually quite upset about it because I thought that I changed it, but I didn't. But luck came my way because it ends up the Short was the right choice. So that's thanks to my mum. My mum helped me in this game. Just calm it down. I had help. Anyway, let's continue. So we scored 1229, which is off the charts. Top 1%. Round 6 ranking of 480. Overall ranking, we jumped 544 spots to 389. Now we're back in the top 400 again. So we have a chance. We're not going to win it. It's not enough time. Only 3 weeks left. So there's no chance of winning it. However, you can win it if you make some crazy decisions, okay? And in round 1, let me show you round 1. Classic. Let's go over here. Classic. Round 1. Where does it have round 1 scores? Game day. Okay, game day. Let's go round 1. Okay, round 1, BBL matches. We had a hero, all right? His name was, let me show you him, Munro. Scored a 134 for us. And he was playing at the Gabba, all right? Now, we're going to bring him back this week. And we're going to make vice-captain on Munro because he was good for us. Actually, on that game, Schweppes and Butler had good games as well. But Munro is my man. So, we're going to bring him back. Okay, let's continue. So changes this week, all right? Now, Harper is now injured, all right? So that's a fact, all right? So we're going to put Harper, well, not that he was going to score much anyway, but we're going to put Harper on the bench with Wade. Why isn't this working? Sub, okay. Now, Billings is going to be the is going to be emergency in case he plays, and Wade, well, Billings will play, but we're not sure if Wade's going to play, so it'll be a swap here, all right? The only problem by doing this is if Wade doesn't play game 1 and plays game 2, then you only get 1 game out of him. So we're going to see what happens anyway, because Billings doesn't score much anyway. So Wade probably outscores Billings with just the 1 game. Now, our trades this week. All right, now I'm going to get rid of Overton because I need the cash. So I'm going to trade out Overton. We can bring him back next week. All right, we're going to trade out, who else? Okay, we're going to trade out Steketee, okay, because he was no good. And we're going to trade out Short because we need his cash. Now, we're going to bring in. Now, let's have a look. Let's go to Perth. Actually, we don't want any Perth players. Let's go to Hobart and Brisbane. All right, now, we're going to bring in Munro because he was our hero in round 1. He scored. He made us jump up the rankings. So maybe history can repeat itself. So we're going to go Munro. We're also going to bring in, who else are we going to bring in? Jordan. So Jordan comes in, okay. Now, for the spot here, who do we bring in? We have 155k, so we can bring in Kuhneman. We can bring in Chaudhry, all right? But I'm going to bring in Kuhneman. Now, before I actually, let's put him in there, all right? Complete trades. We've got $200 left. Now, what happens here is we're going to put emergency on Stoinis and emergency on Maxwell because we've got to play first game. Let's put Walter. Okay, we've got too many players. We've got too many double game players. I'm going to swap Connolly. Connolly can sit at the bench. All right, he's not going to play this week. I have to buy a new mouse. This one is playing up. Okay, here we go. So, if Maxwell doesn't perform, he stays on the bench, all right? We actually don't want Maxwell to perform this week. I'm happy for him to fail. And if Stoinis performs, then we're going to most likely put another player on the bench. We don't know who to put on. So we'll work it out. We've got too many double players. The whole team is full of doubles. And I want Short to play. Now, vice-captain is going to go Munro. Now, I've got no loop players, as you notice. If you take note, there's no loop players. So what happens if let's say, Maxwell and Stoinis both go big? Then we've got a problem. Then we're going to have to bring in 2 loop players. So what I'll do is I'll bring in 2 from Sydney strikers, all right? Let's go to players. I'll take out Kuhneman or somebody's, all right? And from Sydney strikers, I'll bring in, where is he? Okay, I'll bring in Warner at 125k because most likely he'll play next game. He'll play the double round. So I'll bring in Warner if for some reason we don't get a game, if my players go nuts, okay? And they should. I mean, the players I've got on the bench are not donkeys. They're good players. They're not spuds. Anyway, so that's the plan. All right, and we're aiming for top 100 now. We can't win it, but we're going to try to get top 100. Okay, that's the aim. So we're still taking risks. That's hence we're going Munro, or I want to be different still. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing: it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.